We never had parents, so we never had someone to like comfort us. And like we were kids, so we all went through hard times, but we had like nobody to tell us like it's gonna be okay and that we love you. Like no one ever said that they love us. So
my parents dropped me off at a park when I was like a few months old, and a police officer found me.
Brett called one day from work and said he had seen on the website a little girl. And so he was talking about her and kind of her history and how she ended up at the orphanage, and we just fell in love.
We actually found out stuff about her before we adopted her, what her favorite color was, and her best friend. So that was one of the things we found out was this little girl named Anan was her best friend. And we asked, is Anan available for adoption? And at that point they told us no, the government hasn't released her. And so we had a great time when we were in China, but the whole time thinking, well, Sofie will probably never see Anan ever again.
it's just like you come home from school, one of your best friends is missing, and you're like, oh, okay. So we didn't really say goodbye and stuff like that, because like they left all sudden. Sometimes I would ask that question, be like, oh, why am I the last one to be adopted? And why am I here by myself?
And so I get a phone call from the adoption agency, and they said, because you asked about Anan, Sofie's best friend from China, she's now available for adoption. So we told some close family and close friends, please be praying.
They sent us a picture.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because when a child comes up for adoption, they have this kind of profile picture they take of the child. And I think right away when we saw that, we thought, oh, if they don't want her, we do.
And after about a week, we both of us felt very firmly that, no, we're not to adopt her.
That God had someone else, another family for her.
I remember when Jennifer called to tell me that. And I said, well, I have something to tell you. We want to do it. And she was so happy. I had no doubt, even from the very beginning, that she was meant to be ours.
I heard that they were gonna adopt her, but it didn't seem real because it was just kind of like words. Once I actually saw her, and I was like, wow, it's really you. Like, we were so excited to see each other.
It was just the most miraculous thing to see that what God had worked in my sister and brother-in-law's life, you know, and then in ours, and he brought us together and put us in this specific instance where he could bring these two girls together. To have any part in their life story is just a true privilege.
When I was a kid, like I was told that like if you don't get adopted in this age, you're gonna work in a factory and that's all you're gonna do. So like as a kid, I never had like a dream. I never had something I look forward to do. And once I got adopted, my parents told me like, oh, you can be a teacher, you can be this, you can do that, and you can do whatever you want, we will support you. And having them to say that to me, like it's like a life-changing moment. Like I've been wanting to hear this from someone for so long, and they finally said it to me. And like a lot of people will regret what happened to the past. I don't regret what happened to my past because I know that God was with me and he planned this whole thing out. So